Right, okay, so this is an extremely simple makeup tutorial. It's for Mello from Death Note, and it is extremely simple. There are many different ways you can do it. You can simplify it down to literally just using a darker skin tone blush, or you can use latex, you can use derma wax, or you can use silica gel if you want to be elaborate, but it's all expensive, and I'm going to show you the simplest way to do it and the cheapest way to get the best results. So as I explained to the person who requested the look, derma wax looks like this. I got it for £9.95, which means it's probably about a little under $11. It's kind of like this. It's pretty much rock hard. Use it with wet hands when you're molding it. It has to become soft before you can... It takes a while to become pliable. As you know, Mello's blonde, get blonde wig, and what I'm going to use today is latex because it's my favorite. So, let's start. I use different kinds of latex. You can use molding latex, you can use liquid rubber latex. When it comes to using it, if you haven't used it on your skin before, I highly recommend that you put a small amount either on the inside of your arm or on just under your ear at your neck. Small dot, let it dry, and leave it there for about 8 hours. I mean 8 hours because, like any product that's brand new that you're putting on your skin, whether it's hair dye, so on, etc., I recommend you test it first. If you have an allergic reaction, there is an easier way to do it also, and just by using regular Elmer's glue, which you can find in anywhere. It's just plain old regular glue, the glue you used to put all over your hands when you were in art class and peel off. It's hypoallergenic, generally comes chemical free as it's used in preschools, etc. So, we're going to start. I have my reference picture. Now, you can use a brush to apply it. I don't, generally. And what I'm doing is just tapping it onto my skin. Another thing I recommend, some people, when you apply hair dye or any other products, putting Vaseline around your hairline. Do not do this with latex under any circumstances. The chemicals do not work well together, and you will end up with a very nasty chemical burn, so do not use that ever. When it comes to applying latex around your eye area, be extremely careful. You do manage to get any in your eye, and it will water because latex has a fantastic ammonia. If any of you have owned cats, you'll probably recognize the smell. Yummy. Alright, so it kind of goes over the nose and kind of goes up. Now here's the hilariously fun part. Right, it's been blow dried quite a bit. Most of it has gone clear. I've moved my hair out the way for obvious reasons. Now, this is where you can have most fun, I think, and that is creating the sort of divots and pockets that happens when your skin burns. In the animation, his skin does look like the burn has healed and has been healed for years. As we all know, a fresh burn is horrible looking and is generally bright red and pussy and gross. So, what we want to do is just take the end of the brush while it's still moist and just pull the latex around by just doing that. And what that will do is grab the skin and tug it. I'll stab myself in the eye. And it will create a nice pulling effect. where the skin has not quite dealt with the chemical burn. And we're going to dry it some more. Right, so that's about as dry as it's going to get. Now here comes the really less stressful part. Whatever skin tone you are, just apply your powder as usual. Do it like you normally would. I'm just going to do this quite quickly, just to give you an idea. And I'm just using a skin tone that's closest to mine I could possibly find. And once I've done that, I'm going to go over these with the same. That should be dry enough now to where I can just go straight over it. And you can see where it sort of pulled my lid and everything. Try and attack it from every direction, go up, go down, so you want to make sure there's the white that's left over where it's thickest gets a decent coat. So the way if you smile or laugh throughout the day, you're not going to get a big white strip that peels up backwards. Now it's going to have a bit of a shine, but that's normal, because that's how burns look. It makes your skin shinier than it normally would be. Right. Now I'm just going to take my incredibly cheap, incredibly easy, generally get them on sale around Christmas time in Walmart, Asda, depending. I can get it open. I don't know. What the hell is this made of? Okay. So I just have like a regular sort of palette of colors, and it's all mixed colors. Now, you want to go with a color and a brush that's sort of a darker skin tone. Try to avoid anything that's got sort of a shimmer to it. Unfortunately, most of these have like a shimmer, which isn't great, but worst case scenario, what I would recommend, which I can't find right now, is just a really dark tan sort of blush to go over all of the burns. Not the rest of your face, just where you have the burns, and you can accentuate your detail by using just a regular, tiny, cheapy paintbrush. Now, what I'm going to do is, looking at the reference picture, it's sort of a weird brown color, like chestnutty, sort of weird copper tone. And I am just going to go around and highlight and darken where these are. Slightly darker to the copper shade, and that's just to accentuate, very lightly dusting over with the charcoal color, and that's going to help highlight the edges of the burn. So, that being done, I'm going to go back to my powder that I put on earlier, and I'm going to swipe backwards and tidy up the edges to this. And then I am going to do the opposite side of my face, which is just this blonde, so you got a lighter colored brows, which is brown or brown. extremely simple, very quick. I know this wig is wrong, but it's the only blonde wig I have at the moment that I can find, so... And there you have it. It's incredibly simple, very quick, but you will get the look you want for very cheap, and it doesn't look half bad. This wig looks cheap. But, that's really about it. Have a great one.